Welcome to the 26th International Space Development Conference. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kirby Ikin. I'm the President and Chairman of the Board of the National Space Society. I brought some specially imported germs with me. For those of you who can't tell from my accent, I come from the very deep south, namely Australia, and it's my great pleasure to be here welcoming you all to this conference. I must say I've had the privilege of attending, well, this is my 18th straight ISDC now, and I can definitely say that this one, thank you, is shaping to be a fantastic event. We're at a fantastic location, fantastic city, state and hotel. We have a tremendous lineup of speakers ahead of us, and I have absolutely no doubt that those of you who have made the trek here, either short or far, and I do know that we have speakers and attendees from all around the world, quite aside from myself. So it's a great pleasure to be here. As I mentioned, coming from Australia, the notion of old frontiers to new frontiers is something that's close to our heart. We have a very pioneering nature in Australia, and it's an incredible thing to think that we are celebrating 50 years of space flight, but more importantly and more excitingly, looking forward to what those next 50 years will be. And from what I've seen of the program, there are some absolutely amazing things that are not 50 years away, not even 25 years away. They're fantastic and incredibly exciting developments that are only a handful of years away. And you'll get a chance to hear all about those various developments during the next few days. So I would encourage you to make the most of this opportunity. It's a fantastic gathering and a tremendous community spirit that you'll find over these next few days. So please do approach the speakers and learn as much as you possibly can in these few days. But you didn't really come here to hear me speak. It is my honour to have the opportunity to open the conference, but I'd like to hand us over to Mr. Keith Graf, who is the Director, Aerospace, Aviation and Defence from the Office of the Governor of Texas.
Good morning, or as we say in Texas, howdy. On behalf of Governor Perry, I want to welcome you here to Dallas. We're honored that you've chosen Dallas for the site. Unfortunately, Governor Perry cannot be here. I don't know if you're aware, for those of you that are not from Texas, our legislature is a little bit unique in that we meet 140 days every other year. So the sausage making process is in session right now. This is the fourth to the last day. So many bills are dying excruciating deaths right now, but that's not always a bad thing. So unfortunately, Governor Perry couldn't be here. I want to let you know how important aerospace and aviation is into the state of Texas. Currently, the industry employs over 200,000 people, roughly 1,700 companies across the state with an average salary of roughly $60,000, and that's over 30% of the average state wage. So it's a huge impact to the state economy. Texas, from 1996 to 2000, was the only state to see our aerospace and aviation payroll increase by $1 billion. Texas was ranked first in aerospace and aviation job creation between 1996 and 2001, adding over 15,000 jobs, and we're still adding jobs. We just worked with Lockheed Martin to help them win the new Orion contract with NASA. They'll be creating 800 new jobs in Houston at a $145 million investment. So we continue to strive to bring in aerospace and aviation jobs. We're also home to private exploration. Jeff Bezos is doing testing with Blue Origin in West Texas. We're home to Armadillo Aerospace and many, many other smaller companies that are working to bring space to the private sector, and our state is encouraging that. With the X Prize, space tourism, and NASA's mission to go to the moon, Mars, and beyond, there's kind of a second revival of aerospace and aviation within the country, and it's important that you help promote that. Potentially, if you look at yourselves, you may be one of the first tourists to be on Virgin Galactic to feel microgravity. One of your children may be one of the first people to set foot on Mars. So it's important that you continue to do what you do to promote aerospace, aviation, and defense. I want to share one thing of self-promotion. If you take out the guide you got, if you look on the first page up at the top, there's a small ad for the Texas, actually it's the Aviation and Space Foundation of Texas. We sell a Columbia license plate. The money that's derived from that license plate goes into a scholarship fund to fund students interested in math, science, and mathematics, and also gets to show your pride in the space foundations of Texas. So I encourage you, if you are a Texan, to please look at that and consider getting a license plate. Again, welcome to Texas, and we're proud to have you here. Thank you.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ken Murphy, as I noted earlier, and this is my co-chair, Carol Johnson. We've had a long 3 years getting this conference ready for you guys, but we're really excited at the phenomenal content that we have, the cultural programming, the technical programming, just all kinds of great stuff. If you have any interest in space whatsoever, we've pretty much got you covered at some point this weekend. I'm typically a man of very few words, so with that I'll say thank you and turn it over to my co-chair.
Hi, I'm Carol Johnson, and we'd like to thank our sponsors for the meeting. NASA is our presenting sponsor. Wiley Labs is sponsoring the lunch today. Space News is a sponsor. Texas Instruments has supplied a lot of digital light projectors that we're using in our smaller rooms, and we appreciate that. Lockheed Martin, Optech, Orion Propulsion are also sponsors. Raytheon it sponsored the youth program and the Space Passport project, which you'll be seeing around. Boeing and Microsoft were sponsors for the Space Venture Finance Symposium yesterday. And as I said, hopefully the future announcements will be shorter. We just had a lot to go through this first day. Thank you very much for coming, and we hope you enjoy the conference.
As you can see, while we're co-chairs, Carol's obviously the one that knows what's going on. And you'll be able to recognize me throughout the day. I'll have my big black cowboy hat on. So if you need something solved, come tell me, and then I'll have Carol make sure that actually happens. We're going to open things up. We've got a short video that we've prepared for y'all to kind of give you a sense of the feeling and the wonder of going out and exploring space. And we're going to get started with that. Thank you very much.
Good morning.
Welcome to the 26th Annual International Space Development Conference, celebrating 50 years of spaceflight. On behalf of the National Space Society and its host chapter, the National Space Society of North Texas, and NASA, our presenting sponsor, we thank you for your enthusiastic participation. May 25th, 1961. 46 years ago today, President John F. Kennedy issued this historic challenge before Congress and the American people.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth. No single space project in this period will be more impressive to mankind or more important for the long-range exploration of space, and none will be so difficult or expensive to accomplish.
Many years ago, the great British explorer George Mallory, who was to die on Mount Everest, was asked why did he want to climb it. He said because it is there. Well, space is there, and we're going to climb it. And the moon and the planets are there, and new hopes for knowledge and peace are there. And therefore, as we set sail, we ask God's blessing on the most hazardous and dangerous and greatest adventure on which man has ever embarked.
We grasp the stars upon the shoulders of pioneering giants. From daring dreams to lunar baby steps, to forging deep into the wondrous unknown, we are driven to explore, to reveal the mysterious, to meet what waits for us. Today, NASA is vigorously pursuing the permanent return to the moon and the human exploration of Mars. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate 50 years of spaceflight and discover the exciting future of exploration as we leave our old frontiers for the new frontiers of space.
Discovery Houston, go and throttle up.